Hi, I'm Jeff with GYS Welding USA Precision Equipment Systems, and today we're going to go over the GYS PTI resistance spot welder, just some basic operational training. To get started, in the back we're going to hook up the air and turn it on. There's one air connection and one switch in the back, so we're going to turn it on. It's going to boot up. We got our GYS logo with our software version and some other information, serial number, things like that. The first screen we come to is the auto screen. This welder has multiple different modes. It is a smart welder. It comes up in auto, where it will measure the steel thickness and the type of steel prior to welding, so you don't have to measure anything. It's all automated. So on that screen we are flashing C1. On our gun, this is a transformer gun unit. This is the C1 arm. All of our arms are embossed. So if you see a big one right there, the other, whether it's a 2, a 3, a 4, whatever it is, it'll have a number engraved in it. Okay, so we're all set with our C1 arm. The welder knows we have the C1 arm on it. So the first thing we're going to do to get ready to weld is calibrate. We only have to do this one time. So I'm going to hit the top button. Takes me to the calibration screen. Incidentally, there are two buttons here. The top button is the weld button. The bottom button clears any faults or resets, so you don't have to come back to the welder if you have a dirty weld, or it may abort a weld if the surfaces are dirty. So we're going to hold the top button. We're on the calibration screen, and it's gonna, if I hold it and try to calibrate, it gives me a warning to close the clamp without steel before I calibrate. We want to make sure there's no steel in between the caps that will throw out off the calibration. So I'm ready to go. I'll hold it one more time. I can let up as soon as I hear the loud beep. And it's calibrated. So again, we're auto C1, we're ready to weld, so I'll grab a couple of pieces of steel, put them in between the clamps, hold the button, and it welds. After you weld, if you have a good weld, which usually you will, unless there are some reasons, maybe dirty metal or something, that cause a problem, you're going to get an OK screen, so it tells you the weld was good, so there's no question as to whether or not your weld was good. It gives you the parameters of that weld. It welded these two pieces of steel at 8.4 kiloamps, which is 8,400 amps, 530 milliseconds time, 614 foot-pounds of compression pressure, and it measured this before it welded at 2.3 millimeters. If I'm welding on a car and I add a third piece, because you're going to go from multiple layers, from 2 layers to 3 layers and then back. So I don't have to do anything to the welder. I just keep moving and weld. So now I welded 3 sheets of metal. It increased my amperage, it increased the time, it increased the compression pressure, and it read this at 3.4 millimeters for that 3 sheets. If I add high strength to it, it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to keep, whether you go from mild steel to high strength steel back and forth, it's always going to read it prior to the weld and automatically set the welder up where it needs to be. So there's no guesswork with this machine. To go back to the main screen, I just hit my reset, that bottom button, one time. Takes me back to the auto mode. If I do want to use the welder in manual mode, I've got a mode button right here. I just press it. The next mode is standard, where I can manually set my metal thickness, go up or down, highlight steel, and I can change it from mild steel to high strength, ultra high strength steel, boron, or back to steel. All of our menus are circular in nature, so you can go either direction, front or back. And then if I want to change arms, I do that on this screen. I can on this screen as well. If I hit mode one more time, it takes me to manual mode. Just another name for a different type of weld control that you have. Here you can individually select your amperage, your time, your compression pressure. If I hit it one more time, I get the multi-mode, so I can set up my individual sheets. So let's say you're working in a B-pillar where you have 3 different sheets. You can set up the outside for mild steel, the inside for high strength, and then the third sheet for mild steel again. If I hit mode again, it takes me back to the auto. So it's just circular in nature. Back to auto. Anytime I leave the auto screen, I need to recalibrate. So again, all I do is hold my top button. It tells me to close clamp without steel, and it calibrates. So we're ready to weld again. Every 30 welds, it's going to tell you to recalibrate. It just wants to take a baseline reading. So if you're welding along on a car, you hit 30 and it's going to tell you to recalibrate. Every 200, it wants you to check the arms and caps. So that's another screen that you'll see. To do that, to clear that one, you just hold escape and it'll go on, and then you can keep welding. Watch our other videos for arm changes. I go into some specifics on how to change arms and some maintenance. Also watch the video, please, on welder maintenance. There's not a whole lot of things you have to do, but there are a few things to make your welder perform at peak efficiency. You want to keep on top of the maintenance, very basic items. So watch our YouTube channel for that, and make sure you watch all the videos. Thank you.